3, 4, 5 red lights for round 4 of the Oceania Racing League. And it's lights out and away we go. And it's a really good reaction from Alpha Foxtrot. He gets away well and he's alongside Mr. Gamer, and he's past Mr. Gamer and Dulce Daniel. Dulce Daniel got a poor start there and down the inside. On him's going Mr. Gamer, and that's a front wing damage for some people as H-Mune and Foxtrot run wide, and in the background Dubois Luke's run off. Chaos as Dulce Daniel, who was in 4th, is now into 2nd as a result of Foxtrot and Mr. Gamer both going wide. I think Alpha Foxtrot has some damage as Charlie Chair goes wide in the background. And at the back here there's some chaos happening. Dubois Luke's getting past a couple of people. And they go a bit wide. Will the stewards let that overtake stick? I do wonder. Towards the end of this lap, it looks like Charlotte Chair's battling wheel to wheel. Dubois Luke gets forced wide. As they come back onto the track, he's almost ahead, and that's contact! Big contact between Charlotte Chair and Dubois Luke. I don't think the McLaren did anything wrong there. Maybe just the Ferrari got a bit cut himself off a bit too much, not leaving the McLaren enough room. He's almost as close as before as they make a bit of contact, and that spun the Ferrari around, and Dulce Daniel gets hit himself, and that allows J-Man to get into the lead of the race. And it also allows Mr. Gamer to get past. Mr. Gamer's going to go down the inside on the end of the back straight. Can he get the move done with DRS aid? J-Man sticks there on the outside. They're going to keep battling. Will Mr. Gamer give them space? Doesn't need to as he gets ahead before the next corner. And that might put J-Man as a sitting duck to Dulce Daniel behind as he runs wide, and that's going to let Dulce Daniel get through as well. But J-Man's come back at Dulce Daniel, and Dulce Daniel's got low RS, same as J-Man. And they can't make a move, but Dulce Daniel's pressured J-Man into making a mistake there. And J-Man scored wide, which is going to give Dulce Daniel the place. So Dulce Daniel's back up into P2. What can he do with the DRS assistance? He clipped the leader before when he was overtaking them. Can he get through cleanly this time? He's going around and on the outside, and he's got the inside line for the next corner and secures the overtake. As J-Man's pitting because of that front wing damage. Down the long back straight, the Ferrari's got much better straight line speed. Are they going to make a move? They are going to make a move. Mr. Gamer gives them space. They make contact. And then CWN's been spun around for the 2nd time on turn 15 this race. Don't think they gave Mr. Gamer quite enough room. Tried to squeeze him out as Iceland Rhino's now going for a move on the Alpine. So going wheel to wheel into turn 1. And once again, that outside line into turn 1 proves to be very handy for defending into turn 2. Now, as Iceland Rhino's battling with Mr. Gamer, and Iceland Rhino's going round the outside into the corner. What's going to happen? Mr. Gamer's behind with DRS open. And Charlotte Chair's out of the session. There might have been a crash with J-Man. Try and go for an overtake on them. As there's a spin in the middle sector. I think that's ISO Skits. And that's a spin for Iceland Rhino. Who's maybe pushing too hard on the back of Mr. Gamer. Maybe got beached on the curb. And it looks like J-Man might be going for a move. Round the outside on the house. And he gets the power on early and he gets the move done. And there might be a battle at the back. Both of these guys fighting each other. Oh, and that's a spin! Both of these guys have spun. F1 Twitch hasn't been giving H-Mune much space. And the inevitable collision has happened. Big time, there's a spin and it's a crash from Dubois Luke, who's just spun on the exit of the turn. And that's, I think it's a full safety car. H-Mune doesn't quite catch up to F1 Twitch. And we're going to be racing again. We're going to wait for Dulce Daniel to go on the restart. And Dulce Daniel's going. We're underway for the restart. And Mr. Gamer might be getting pressed by a couple of people. Mr. Gamer's looking to make a move, I think, on the Ferrari. Down the inside, they don't make contact so far. They're keeping the racing clean. as Mr. Game squeezes the Ferrari, and the Ferrari just stays ahead as H Mune goes, or cuts turn 2, as Mr. Gamer does go a bit wide into the corner, and that is allowing Ice Iron Rhino to get through. He's gone through on the inside, and there's a spin in the background for Alpha Foxtrot. But Ice Iron Rhino's gone past Mr. Gamer now, and he's up into 3rd place. Mr. Gamer does look to be coming back at him, can't make a move through this corner. Can he go for it? He thought about it through that penultimate corner, but ended up sticking behind. And down this long straight now. They're going 3 wide into the final corner. And Ice Iron Rhino's done some beautiful defensive driving as J-Man passes Mr. Gamer as well. And can J-Man pass Ice Iron Rhino? 2 cars in 2 corners with DRS. Yes, he can, and Mr. Gamer's gotten past Dulce Daniel as well. So he's lost out 2 places on the straight. And these two are going to battle wheel to wheel now for P3. They can't make any moves, but it does look like Dulce Daniel behind both of them. I'm going to look from his POV and see these two fighting, and they make a bit of contact though. None of them spin round. It looks like clean racing, and it does look like Mr. Game is getting through as Ice Iron Rhino just follows him through, and they're continuing this battle into the 22nd lap. Mr. Game goes a bit wide, and it's allowed Ice Iron Rhino to get past him. Can Mr. J-Man get a have a go at him? Looks like he's dropping back a bit, but who isn't dropping back is Mr. Gamer, who's going for a move down the inside on Ice Iron Rhino, gets ahead before the braking zone. And J-Man's going for a move, has to stick behind, but he's forced Ice Iron Rhino to go a bit wide, and they're going side by side, and J-Man's gotten through, and he's gotten into 4th now. As J-Man now is taking the long way round on Mr. Gamer. Just going to look to see who's ahead. He's squeezing Mr. Gamer out. They're going side by side still. J-Man gets DRS again. And J-Man's going to be forced to go the long way round. Going to spectate on board from Ice Iron Rhino, who has to take a bit of evasive action as they break a bit late. And Mr. Gamer gets clipped, I think. Almost spins around. And that's going to allow Ice Iron Rhino to get around the outside of him. And it's a spin for Mr. Gamer. I think maybe got clipped, maybe spun on the curb there. Was battling very closely with those two up in front, and he's lost out. And go up the front to see Dulce Daniel, who won a couple of Div 2 races, and he's going to win a race for Lindsay Games. Very well deserved win for him.